Jazz Museum to provide free, entertaining, and educational programming year-round. This year, the Jazz Museum explores outer space with Jason Neville's Funky Soul Band, guest starring George Clinton. Come get your NOLA P-Funk on and support the museum. For sponsor and ticket information, please visit www.nolajazzmuseum.org/gala.
Hello, how are y'all today? Good? Good, I can't tell. Y'all look all bunched up and mad and angry. You came to a concert. Well, welcome to the New Orleans Jazz Museum. On behalf of the New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park, we're so delighted to have this partnership with the New Orleans Jazz Museum to provide free concerts for you throughout the week. On today, we have our Arrowhead Jazz Band, which is a band comprised of park rangers like myself and local guest musicians. The mission of our park is to instill a public appreciation for New Orleans jazz music, history, culture, and the people. We also have a role as being a global leader for promoting, protecting, and preserving this great American art form. Last Saturday marked the first day of Hispanic Heritage Month, and so we have been celebrating different cultures and ethnicities throughout our programs and our concerts. So today this band is comprised of guest musicians from all over, spanning from Cuba all the way to Uruguay. And on top of that, we have an amazing artist in residence who will be doing a live painting. She will be over to my right. This is Monica Rose Kelly. Give it up for her. She specializes in live paintings, and she's also bridging education and working with youth artists in our community. At the end of this day, I believe she'll be over at Elysian Fields in St. Claude painting a pretty big mural, so please check her out on her social medias and stick with us after to find out more information about her. And without further ado, I want you to please help me welcome up the band. All right? Before that, please silence your cell phones so you won't interrupt the band and the music. On drums, we have Hunter Miles Davis. Bass, Kerry Lewis Sr. On percussion and congas, Alexei Martin, coming from Cuba. On guitar, Giovanni Santos, all the way from Brazil. And we have a person that's no stranger to me. I've met him when I was attending University of New Orleans as a graduate student, and he has taught me so much of what I know today as pertains to jazz history. And his name is Brent Rose on saxophone. Victor Campbell on piano, all the way from Cuba. And last but certainly not least, Victoria Danton on flute. We will start off with a song titled Mama Inez, or Inez. Please excuse my New Orleans Spanish. But this has taken roots in Haiti, and so I wanted to pay homage to Cuba with this set list. And so again, the song title is Mama Inez. next song is titled Manteca, and this is one of the first songs that sparked this collaboration between like Cuban music and American music. So the composer Dizzy Gillespie and Chano Pozo, who was a Cuban percussionist, decided to collaborate together, and out of that collaboration came Manteca. you. This next song is titled Caravan. That includes some of these rhythmic elements coming from Montega as well, but this song was composed by Duke Ellington. Above that shine so bright, the mystery of our fading light that shines upon a caravan. Slowly upon my shoulders, across the sand, so I may keep this memory of our caravan. Beside me here beneath the moon, my dreams of love are coming true. Within a desert caravan. love that shines so bright, the mystery of our fading light that shines upon a caravan. So upon my shoulder as we creep across the sand, so I may keep this memory of our caravan. This is so exciting. You are so inviting. Rest in my arms as I thrill to the magic charm of you. Beside me beneath the blue, my dream of love are coming true. Within our desert caravan, caravan. This next tune is titled Chan Chan, and it's performed by the Buena Vista Social Club. I call that Nola Espanol. Um, now's the time where we break away from the music and we open up the audience or open up the floor for you to ask any questions that you may have about this group or just the music itself. It's again Hispanic Heritage Month, so shout out to all the cultures that are represented throughout throughout all over the world actually. So yes, if you have any questions, now's the time to ask. I see a hand right here. Oh, yes. My name is Jade Purdue. Well, my full name is Santrell Jade Purdue, but I like to go by Jade. I have no problem being called Santrell, but Jade is just easier to say. Or if from Cuba, you might say Jade. Yes, but yep, I'm Jade. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Jade.
Yes, I know there's some more questions. Don't get shy now. We have about a lot of time. Yep, right there. Yes. Mm-hmm. For the live, she asks, the pianist Victor Campbell memorize the music, or what is he looking at? We want to know.
No, because I searching this concert with my friends by Instagram because they are amazing musicians and I wanna search to the world everybody how we can put mix because we are from Cuba, she's from Argentina, they are from here, from Uruguay, and from New Orleans, and play Latin music together is another way to it's another gumbo. I can say another mix and another fusion, and I love search that. Yeah, I try to learn the music, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good answer. That's a good answer. All right.
Yeah, live on live. Yeah, that's right. They can see my mistake.
So that's good. Speaking of live, this is also streamed on Facebook Live. So there are people that are, watching now. And if you enjoyed this concert so much, you can go back on Facebook via the New Orleans Jazz Museum Facebook page or the New Orleans Jazz National Historical Park Facebook page and look at the previous videos, not just from today, but from years ago, even before I was here. That's how ancient it is. But I think I saw a hand, and then we'll go over there. Yes. Well, this is a special program. Before I got here, these musicians have been, playing with each other for quite a while. I'm from New Orleans, and I've come across these musicians one way or another, either like going to their concerts or being called for their gigs. So for this month, I decided to bring together people that I respect and I know are just excellent musicians. So Victor is a relatively new friend in my life, and so is Victoria and Giovanni. And so they've been playing around the city, and they just happened to be available. And Alexei just happened to be available. Sometimes they're gigging, so we were able to pull them for today. This won't be the same band next week, but this is how it happens. We just go to each other's gigs and decide to come together on one day. And Mr. Rose, again, he was one of my professors at University of New Orleans, and he also plays with everyone. So yeah, this is how this came together. I just decided to book him. Oh yes, and Giovanni wants to know about us in uniform. Well, we are a part of the National Park Service. We're the Arrowhead Jazz Band for the National Park Service, the only band for the National Park Service. Yes. And we're recognized in the city, but we hope to get recognized nationally. Honestly, this is the only park that's dedicated to preserving music, and specifically New Orleans jazz music. So we have the pleasure to play with each other, constantly, weekly. And we also have the pleasure of sharing our resources and space with local musicians. Yep. I saw a hand over there. Since Alexei is closer.
So, my name is Alexei Mati. I'm from Havana, Cuba. And like I say, in Cuba, we know a lot. We share a lot of music. We love American music. That was one of the mainstream music that we always loved, jazz. And yes, when I was a child, on the radio, they put a lot of traditional New Orleans jazz. And we grew up with that, particularly with the film, you know, Charlie Chaplin, or those kind of movie. The sound that you heard is early New Orleans jazz. So pretty much we are really touched, you know, with American culture in general. And it's very easy. It's one of the best music on the planet. So we love jazz.
Hello, my name is Giovanni Santos. I'm from Belo Horizonte, Brazil. And as well as Alexei said, you know, it's like a lot of the music that we hear back home, and it's traditional jazz. And when you talk about New Orleans, it's like New Orleans, as they say in in Brazil. It's like people talk about Louis Armstrong first, and then you know like New Orleans as a reference. You know, like you have like the vampire movies. So a lot of that, you know, is like it's part of like, you know, it's on repeat. Maybe like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, you have that come on like public TV, and that's what we know about it. But it's about it for me.
So you came here for the vampires?
My favorite vampire show is The Originals. Have y'all checked that out? Anybody know about The Originals? They need to come out with another season.
No, I'm from Cuba too. I'm from Cuba.
Okay. Okay, my name is Victoria. I'm from Uruguay. And yeah, as in Cuba, we love jazz. We hear a lot of jazz. It's not like my country is specifically very small. I don't know if it's smaller than Cuba. But there's the 3 million people in my country total. Yeah. So I am like every time I find a Uruguayan here in the city, it's like we know forever. Like I don't find Uruguayan people here in the city. It's very rare. But yeah, I mean, what I heard about New Orleans when I was in my country years ago is like what the more like related to blues, everything, like where the blues was born, and the jazz in general. We would think that everything was born here. And it's like a thought that we have about the city that's very, very special. And once I get here, I immediately fell in love with the city. Like, to be honest, it's my favorite city in the U.S., 100%. Like, yeah.
So now we just gotta convince all these people to stay and come back every week. I don't think we need to do any more convincing. You just heard the music. Yes, I see your hand in the back, and then we'll get to the music. How much of our set is improvised? Just the solos is pretty much improvised. I try to come up with the set list at the beginning of the month, and because we like rotate our musicians weekly, even though it's the same set list, the music changes in a way because different people are adding their own flavor and style to a particular song. So most of the melody is as written, the form is as written, but then when one player takes the solo, then it becomes improvised. And even sometimes the melody gets fumbled and we're like, okay, we need to repeat this verse one more time. But yep. So I hope that answered your question. These were great questions, and we're so delighted that you have, learned something new about our band. And we're going to continue with some more music. And let me see what we have on this set list. I always forget it. It's the same one. Oh yes, this next song is a bolero, and it's sung by Benny Murray. cómo fue. No sé explicarme qué pasó, pero de ti me enamoré. Fue una luz que iluminó todo mi ser, triste como un manantial. Llega mi vida inquietud. Fueron tu ojos o tu boca, fueron tus manos o tu voz, fueron lo mejor, la apariencia de tanto esperar tu llegada, más no sé decirte cómo fue, no sé explicarme qué pasó, pero de ti me enamoré. Fueron tus ojos o tu boca, fueron tus ojos o tu voz, fueron tus manos, la apariencia de tanto esperar tu llegada, más no sé decirte cómo fue, no sé explicarme qué pasó, pero de ti me enamoré, pero de ti me enamoré, pero de ti me enamoré, pero de ti me enamoré.
Bésame, ay, bésame mucho, como si fuera esta noche la última vez. Ay, bésame, ay, bésame mucho. Que tengo miedo de tenerte, perderte después. Quiero tenerte en tus ojos y estar junto a mí. Piensa que tal vez mañana no estaré.
We love an improvised song through and through. You know, sometimes you just have to improvise on the key, improvise on the form, improvise on the chords, you know, just totally improvise it. So give it up for Victoria for navigating through those multiple key shifts, right? It was improvised, right? So we have come down, you know, to our last song. And before I let you go, I got to give you some homework. You have to go on nps.gov, check out our calendar, or follow us on social media at NOLA Jazz NHP. NHP, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'll have our videos and stuff. Dang, is that boring? No, I'm kidding. No, okay. But you can find us on social media. And then, well, there's something else I want to tell you. I kind of got distracted by all this what's happening. But you can find us on social media. There's a 5 o'clock show here today in this space or on the balcony. It's actually on the balcony, so go outside and get burned up. I'm kidding. The weather's great. I also want to shout out the band, again, for sharing this stage with us strangers. We had Alexei Marti. On congas, Hunter Miles Davis on the drums, Carrie Lewis Sr. on the bass, Giovanni Santos, yes, on guitar, Brent Rose, y'all, Victor Campbell, aka BJ Kump, and Victoria Danton. I said it wrong, I gotta get a lesson. We have a site down at 419 Decatur. You can check out our programs on Wednesday and Friday at 2 p.m. We have piano hours and small duos. And I also want to shout out, Victor has a show tomorrow at Snug Harbor at 8 to 10. You may see me there. I want to say thank you for inviting me to come. So give it up for Victor, y'all. And if there's anything else that I forgot, you just got to check our website. Oh, you can follow me on Instagram at jade.santrell. That's jade.santrell. And we're going to send you out with this last song titled Oye Como Va. sing along with us. Oh, come on, say. Oye, ¿cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno pa' gozar. Mulata, oye, ¿cómo va? Mi ritmo bueno pa' gozar. It's mulata. Thank y'all so much. Give it up for our artist in residence, Monica Rose Kelly, and the whole band. Victor Campbell, Victoria Downton, Brent Rose, Giovanni Santos, Carrie Lewis Sr., Hunter Miles Davis, and Alexei Marti. I'm Jay Purdue. Thank you for coming through.